Today, we're going to take a closer look at HashtagEngine. Is it real, authentic Instagram growth? Or is it just fake followers and bots? My name is Ethan, and I have a decade of Instagram marketing experience. And today, we're going to take a closer look at HashtagEngine. Real quick, I reviewed over 50 Instagram growth services. So if you want to check out my list from best to worst, and if you want to check out why I did these reviews and why these reviews matter, head on over to ascendviral.com/grades. Also, I have a nearly 3-hour completely free Instagram marketing course that's available on this YouTube channel. So please check that out because I also have some really fun things coming soon. Now, back to the review. Hey, so we are going to take a look at HashtagEngine today. And I got a few things to say about HashtagEngine. But before I get into that, we are going to be grading HashtagEngine on the 5-star scale. And if you are unfamiliar with the 5-star scale, let me explain it to you right now. All growth services are ranked from 0 to 5 stars. The grading rubric is as follows. Number 1, is there a focus on the user's content? Good content is the key to growth. A service should assist in helping the user create better content or give coaching advice on how to improve their current content strategy. Some kind of content assistant earns a star. Number 2, what type of growth is it? Does this growth strategy that the service used go against the Instagram's terms of service? Or is it a legitimate growth strategy? A legitimate ethical growth strategy earns a star. Number 3, is it manual or is it a bot? Does the service incorporate some kind of AI, software, bot, or some kind of automation that goes against Instagram's terms of service? Or is it a manual service performed by hand on a real phone? Any kind of manual service, which is preferred, earns a star. Number 4, is there a free trial or growth guarantee? Does the service offer some kind of free trial or some kind of satisfaction or growth guarantee? A free trial earns half a star, and a satisfaction or growth guarantee earns half a star. Number 5, who is running the company? Can the owner or the actual team information be easily found on the website? If the owner or the team information can be easily identified, they earn a star. All right, before I begin, I need to make a note on something. And that is, if you stumbled across my SimplyGram video, this is essentially the exact same site using the exact same method. And I also can't find a lot of links that point towards SimplyGram anymore. So I imagine they either rebranded or somebody is ripping off SimplyGram. So this is basically the same site, but it appears to be more active. It seems to, I think the copyright date's 2024. Oh, it's 2022. Regardless, let's talk about SimplyGram because this is actually a very, very interesting method. And I think it's something that we really should discuss in the world of Instagram growth services because unlike a lot of other services, this I don't believe is going to send you fake followers. However, we do need to talk about the quality of followers that you would receive with a service like this. And we also need to talk about the ethical dilemma of using a service like this. But it's also, before we get into this, SimplyGram did this exact same thing where they basically suggest, which I think is kind of disingenuous, to suggest that if you have X amount of followers, and they kind of imply with our service here, we'll get you X amount of followers, that you can make $16,500 per month. And then they, tell you, yeah, for only $69 per week, we'll help you make $16,500 per month. And I get that this is like a promotional method. I talked about this in the SimplyGram video too. And I get this is like their promotional way of, trying to make this a value sell. They're trying to sell you on the value here because you could be making so much money. I just think that that's personally kind of a rough way to go about doing things. I understand why they're doing it because this is not a cheap service. This is, $99 is $400 per month, a little over $400 per month if you get the advanced version. Even the cheap version's $200 per month. So I get that this is their way of trying to calm you down about the price. I just still think that it's always a little shady to be like, you're going to make $16,500 per month if you pay us $69 per week. I think that's always just a little rough, but that's, a side track here. Anyway, what we really need to address is what this service is doing. And this service is called, what this service does is it's called the fan page method. It's also called mother-child, master-slave, which is not politically correct, but that's also what this is called. Where basically, you don't have to give them your password. I think that's one of their main selling points. And you do gain real followers But what happens is, you give them your username, and then what they do is create accounts that clone your account. So if you have a bakery account, they would then create, like, let's say your bakery account is called, Sam's Bakery. And then what they would do is create an account called Sam's Bakery Las Vegas, Sam's Bakery 1, Sam's Bakery 7, Sam's Bakery 15, or My Sam's Bakery or whatever. They'll create just dozens of these accounts, and they will do whatever it takes to get real followers to those accounts. And then they will do everything they can to push those real followers from these created accounts to your accounts, whether that's through DMs, whether that's through, posting photos on the account, posting Instagram stories, whatever it is. They're going to try to send, this army of accounts that they created for you that have all of this growth potential, and they're going to try to funnel all of the followers to your account. In theory, just from like a growth perspective, that's a good thing. It's a nice thing, because in theory, it's like, yeah, that's a great way to gain a lot of followers. However, and I've gotten to debates with other Instagram marketers regarding this exact thing, and I'm sure HashtagEngine, I'm sure Simplygram would disagree with me, but I probably have more experience than them, and I've also been doing this for a long time, and I also have enough evidence that Instagram doesn't like that at all, because Instagram wants to remove spam on their platform, and they see the army of accounts that are created in an effort to basically spam their platform in order to gain followers for you. They view that as unethical, and they will take action against the main account, not the small accounts. They will take action against the main account. I have seen it multiple times. There was a person who was contacting me, telling me about this method, and they've told me that this is exactly what banned them on Instagram, was the mother-child method, was the fan page method. And, maybe HashtagEngine, has 100% success rate. Maybe they've never been, banned. Maybe they've never had anything like that. Maybe that's true. And I don't know if that's true or not. But if you are spending $200, $400, $600 per month, was it $600 per month? If you're spending $400 per month or even $200 per month, you should want to you clearly have an investment into your Instagram account, and you shouldn't risk it, because even if the followers are lucrative, you shouldn't risk the health and the general, ethicalness. I don't know if that's a word, but you shouldn't risk that on your account, because I do know one of the guys specifically, he was making good money on his Instagram account. I know he wasn't doing $16,000 per month, but he was making good money on his Instagram account. And then all of a sudden Instagram bans that account with no appeal. It was like, clearly you've spammed our platform enough, you're not getting the appeal. And to this day, he never got his account back. And I think he had over 100,000 followers. And I know a lot of them were gained through this method. And so I get the idea, I think this service specifically is advertised towards marketers. I don't think this is advertised towards growing your influencer account. And I think maybe that's why they suggest, $16,000 per month. I think this is more or less targeted towards black hat marketers. It's more or less targeted to people who just want to make a quick buck and spam Instagram with, affiliate links, or spam Instagram with, kind of shady products, because you can get away with it for a little while. It is clearly spam. It is unethical. And the followers that you would gain from the service are just not as good as followers you'd gain from literally anything else. If you can gain followers from actually interacting with people on your account, or if you can gain followers from posting better content, or even ads, I think you're probably going to gain better followers, because I think the logic of, somebody who follows an account called Sam's Bakery 15 and then is told to follow their main account, Sam's Bakery or something like that, I don't think the quality of those people is super high. I think they're just kind of going with the motion. And, yeah, I guess that's kind of my main thoughts on HashtagEngine. Again, I think this is such a weird gray area, because I want to say it's better than fake followers. But at the end of the day, if you're truly, this is something that, I think I was kind of indifferent about it until I knew that Instagram was banning accounts for doing this. And again, maybe HashtagEngine has a clear, perfect history for something like this. Maybe Simplygram did too, but me personally, I would never recommend people you do this method for various reasons, like I've mentioned. But if you feel so inclined to go about doing this method, I cannot stop you. All I know is that this is not true. All I know is that, you know, all these companies say they're using AI and they're not. Or if they are, it's like AI-backed growth is just buzzwords. And full security, state-of-the-art practices, all your data is encrypted. I mean, maybe. But that's just kind of where I stand on things. It's not Instagram compliant. I don't think anybody from Instagram would say, yeah, you can create hundreds of spam accounts in order to promote your main account. Nobody's saying that. You can definitely create multiple Instagram accounts within the same realm of your niche or niche or whatever, however you want to pronounce that word. Like if you have a video only account, or if you have like a backup account, or if you have, you know, I think there's probably like a reasonable limit of like 5 or 6 accounts you probably could create, assuming that they're all posting relatively different types of content. But if you're creating multiple accounts and posting the exact same thing across multiple accounts and then really abusing the activity limits that Instagram has, I think you're going to run into issues. And I think I've seen enough people run into issues, and I don't want to see you run into issues. So that's my thoughts on the fan page method, the mother child method. And yeah, if you want to check out HashtagEngine, go for it. If you want to check out my organic Instagram growth service, you can check out ascendviral.com/followers. If you want to check out all the grades that I've done for all of these companies and why I'm doing this series, you can check out ascendviral.com/grades. That's all I have to say. Do something nice for someone today. Send a nice text to somebody today. That's my little parting message to you. Do something nice today. Send a nice text. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.